90% of dog owners make these winter mistakes, and their dogs suffer silently. The silent struggle of winter. Every winter, millions of dogs suffer quietly, not because their owners don't love them, but because they simply don't know. They don't know how harsh the cold really feels to a creature that can speak. They don't know that every shiver, every silent look is a cry for help. When we pull the blanket tighter around ourselves at night, our dogs curl up in silence, trusting that we've done enough to keep them safe. But here, as the heartbreaking truth, 90% of dog owners make small winter mistakes that cause pain, discomfort, and even long-term health issues, without realizing it. Today, we're going to expose those mistakes, not to shame anyone, but to protect the ones who can't protect themselves, because your dog would never complain, even when they're freezing, aching, or scared. You might think, my dog has fur, they'll be fine. But that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Fur is not a magical winter coat. Some breeds like Huskies or Malamutes are built for the snow, but many others, like Labradors, Beagles, German Shepherds, or mixed breeds, can suffer quietly from cold stress, joint pain, or hypothermia. Dogs aren't like us. They can't wrap themselves in blankets, sip warm tea, or move closer to the fire. They depend entirely on our awareness. So, let's start by uncovering the first winter mistake most owners make, and it's deadly simple. Mistake number 1, it's just cold, he'll get used to it. Every winter, thousands of dogs are left outside for just a little while. Maybe you let your dog out in the yard or balcony to relieve themselves, thinking, it's fine, they're strong. But cold isn't something a dog gets used to. Their body temperature drops fast, especially in small, short-haired, or senior dogs. When a dog's paws hit icy ground, it's like walking barefoot on frozen metal. Their skin cracks, burns, and bleeds, and they keep walking because they're loyal. They won't cry, they won't complain, they'll just wait for you to bring them in. Hypothermia doesn't start when it is freezing. It starts when the body can just stay warm enough. Even at 45 degrees, 7 degrees C, some dogs can start shivering uncontrollably. Their muscles tighten, their joints ache, and their immune system weakens. Yet 9 out of 10 owners think, he's fine, it's not that cold. They don't realize, dogs can't tell you when it's too much. Mistake number 2, skipping the paw protection. Most dog owners forget how sensitive their dog's paws really are. Salt, ice melt, and cold concrete can burn or dry out paw pads, leading to cracks, infections, and pain. If your dog licks their paws after a walk, they're trying to soothe the sting. But if there's chemical ice melt on those paws, that lick could lead to poisoning or stomach irritation. And again, they won't complain. They'll just lick quietly in the corner, maybe limp a little. Maybe hesitate before going outside next time, but you won't know why. That is why paw balm or booties aren't too cute accessories. They read protection. They're like gloves for your dog's skin. Mistake number 3, leaving dogs in cold garages or porches. Some owners think keeping a dog in the garage or enclosed porch is safe. After all, it's not outside, right? But garages get colder than you think. Concrete floors pull heat away from your dog's body. The air doesn't circulate. The temperature drops at night, sometimes below freezing. Imagine sleeping on a concrete floor in a room that's 40 degrees. Bar 4 degrees. That's what your dog feels. And unlike you, they can't grab a blanket or adjust a heater. Dogs in unheated garages often suffer from stiff joints, respiratory issues, and severe arthritis flare-ups. Older dogs, especially large breeds like German Shepherds or Labradors, wake up in pain every morning, but they still wag their tail for you. They hide it because that's what love does. It stays silent through pain. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the signs of cold stress. You might think you'd notice if your dog were suffering, but dogs are experts at hiding pain, especially from the humans they adore. Here are a few signs most people miss: shivering or trembling even indoors, curling up tightly in unusual spots, like near a heater or under furniture, lethargy or reluctance to go outside, whining when touched on paws or belly dry, flaky skin, or dull coat. If your dog is doing any of these, it's not winter laziness, it's their body begging for warmth. Winter is not your dog's enemy, but ignorance is. Every mistake comes from love, from thinking, they'll be okay. But love must be informed. Love must be aware. Because your dog can't say, "I'm cold." They can only look at you with eyes that trust you'll understand. So as we move forward, let us uncover the rest of the silent mistakes and how to protect your dog this winter before it's too late. Outside in the cold, the dangerous myths. Every dog owner must stop believing. There's something peaceful about winter walks. The crisp air, the silence, the way your dog's breath fogs in the cold. But behind that beauty hides danger. Because even though dogs love exploring outside, their bodies aren't built to handle everything the cold brings. And yet, so many owners believe myths. Comforting lies that make them feel safe. Lies that cause silent suffering. Today, we break those myths, not with fear, but with truth. Myth number 1. Dogs don't feel cold like humans do. It's one of the most common winter lies. He's a dog, he doesn't feel cold. But science says otherwise. Dogs regulate temperature differently, yes, but they still feel the sting of cold air, the ache of frozen ground, and the bite of icy wind. Especially small dogs, thin breeds, seniors, and puppies. When you see your dog shivering or lifting one paw at a time, that's not cute behavior. That's pain. It's their body screaming, "Please take me inside." Even large breeds like German Shepherds or Golden Retrievers can get frostbite on their ears, tails, and paws. And the cruel thing about frostbite, you often don't notice it until it's too late. By the time the skin turns pale or black, the damage is already done. So when someone says, "He's fine, he's got fur," remember, fur isn't armor. It's just a thin layer of trust between your dog and your care. Myth number 2, a quick walk won't hurt. You might think short walks in the cold are harmless, but here's what most owners don't realize. The ground temperature is often 10 to 20 degrees colder than the air. So while your face feels chilly, your dog's paws are burning from the cold. If it's below freezing, limit walks to 10-15 minutes and avoid icy sidewalks treated with salt or chemicals. Those tiny grains of de-icer can cause chemical burns. Or worse, poison your dog when they lick their paws later. Wipe their paws gently after every walk with a damp cloth and check between the toes. If you notice redness, cracking, or bleeding, that's not just dryness, that's damage. And remember, no walk is worth pain. If the air feels unbearable to you, it's unbearable to them. They just won't say it. Myth number 3, dog clothes are just for fashion. Some people laugh when they see dogs in sweaters or jackets. They think it's silly or unnecessary. But truthfully, for many dogs, clothing isn't fashion, it's protection. Short-haired dogs, small breeds, and seniors lose heat faster than they can generate it. That cozy sweater or waterproof jacket might be the only thing keeping their body temperature stable. It's not about dressing them up, it's about giving them what nature didn't. If your dog hesitates to go outside or starts shivering after a few minutes, that's their way of saying, "Please, I need help staying warm." Because love listens, especially when it's quiet. Myth number 4, snow is fun and harmless. Dogs love snow. Jumping, digging, chasing snowflakes. It looks joyful, pure, innocent. But hidden under that fun lies danger. Snow hides sharp objects, frozen debris, and toxic substances like antifreeze. Even a few licks of contaminated snow can be deadly. Antifreeze has a sweet taste dogs are drawn to, but a teaspoon can destroy their kidneys, and you'll never see it coming. Symptoms appear hours later when it's too late. Also, snow can cling to fur and paws, forming icy balls that pull at the skin. It feels like tiny knives cutting into their legs every step they take. They'll still run and play, because they don't want to disappoint you. But when they limp later, when they lick their paws in silence, that's the price of our ignorance. Myth number 5. They'll tell me when it's too cold. Dogs don't complain. They endure. It's in their nature. Centuries of loyalty and silence. They were bred to follow, to trust, to wait for your signal. So no, they won't bark to say, "I'm freezing." They'll just slow down a little. Curl tighter at night. Tremble quietly when no one's watching. And by the time you notice, it's often too late. Hypothermia creeps in slowly. Low energy, confusion, slow breathing. You might think your dog's just tired, but their body could be shutting down. Always watch for subtle signs, shivering or whining during walks, seeking shelter or refusing to move ears or paws, feeling cold or stiff, dull, tired eyes. If you notice these, stop everything. Get them warm immediately. Narrator, firm yet emotional. Because the moment you think they're fine is often the moment they need you most. Myth number 6. Outdoor dogs are built for winter. Some owners still believe certain dogs can live outside, like it's natural. Yes, breeds like Huskies or Malamutes tolerate cold better, but no dog is immune to suffering. Even outdoor breeds need insulated shelters, dry bedding, and access to unfrozen water. A metal bowl of ice is not hydration. A drafty doghouse is not warmth. If you have an outdoor dog, imagine sleeping there for one night. No thick coat, no heater, just the sound of wind and the bite of frost. Would you last till morning? Neither would they. We call them man's best friend, but friendship means protection, not endurance. Myth number 7. They seem fine, so they must be fine. The most dangerous winter mistake is believing silence equals safety. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They hide discomfort to keep us happy. A wagging tail doesn't always mean I'm okay. Sometimes it means I'm trying to be. They follow you into the cold because they love you. They trust that wherever you go, it must be safe. So when you see them bounding through snow, remember, their joy isn't proof of invincibility, it's proof of faith, and faith deserves responsibility. Winter doesn't have to be cruel. It can be a season of closeness, of blankets, shared warmth, quiet evenings. But only if we learn. Only if we stop believing myths that comfort us but kill them. Because when your dog presses their head into your lap after a walk, they're not just asking for affection. They're saying, "Thank you for bringing me back inside." Outside, the world is cold and silent. But inside your heart, and that's where warmth lives. Keep your dog there this winter, always. The winter care routine. Every loving dog owner should follow. We've talked about the mistakes, the myths, the moments we didn't notice the suffering behind those trusting eyes. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to make winter safe, gentle, and full of love for the one who would do anything for you. Because when you learn better, you love better. If your floors are tile or concrete, place rugs or mats underneath to keep the cold from seeping in. And if you notice your dog changing sleeping spots often, they're not being picky. They're searching for warmth or comfort. Give them that stability. A warm bed doesn't just protect their body, it calms their heart. 2. Dress for the weather. Protection, not fashion. If your dog has a short or thin coat, don't hesitate to use sweaters or jackets. Choose snug but comfortable ones, breathable, waterproof, easy to move in. And remember, it's not about how they look. It's about how they feel when the wind hits their chest and they look up at you, trusting that you've got them covered. Literally. When you put that jacket on, you're saying, "I see you. I care about your comfort." And if anyone laughs or calls it extra, smile, because compassion is never extra. 3. Keep hydration constant. Warm water, warm heart dogs. Lose moisture through breathing and indoor heating more than we realize. Replace their water twice daily with room temperature water. Yes, they might look funny at first, and yes, your dog might walk like they're learning ballet. But after a few days, they'll adjust, and you'll have peace of mind knowing their paws are safe. Those tiny steps in the snow are acts of trust. Make sure every step is safe. 7. Walk smart. Quality over duration. Choose warmer times of the day for walks, late morning or early afternoon when the sun's out. Avoid late-night strolls or early mornings when frost is thick. Keep walks short but meaningful. Engage, play, let them sniff. It's not about how long you walk. It's about how loved they feel while walking beside you. After every walk, reward them with warmth, a cozy towel rub, gentle praise, maybe a treat. This turns every outing into a moment of comfort, not cold. 8. Make the indoors enriching. Winter means less outdoor play, but boredom can hurt a dog's spirit. Rotate toys, hide treats for scent games, or teach new tricks indoors. Mental warmth matters too. A stimulated dog is a happy dog, even when snow traps you both inside. Spend extra time together, brushing, cuddling, sitting quietly. To them, your presence is the sun in their winter. Love doesn't always look like grand gestures. It's in the noticing, the gentle adjustment, the way we adapt to their needs without being asked. Your dog won't remember the toys or the treats. They'll remember how safe they felt beside you when the world outside was cold. Winter will come every year, cold, harsh, uninviting, but your love can make it gentle. You can be their warmth when the world freezes over. Every blanket you spread, every paw you protect, every bowl of water you refill, it all speaks one simple truth. You're not alone. Because that's what your dog believes, that no matter the weather, no matter the season, you'll always be there. And maybe that's what makes dogs so pure. They don't ask for much, just warmth, safety, and love. And when you give them that, even the coldest night feels like home. Keep them warm, keep them safe. Because love, real love, is never seasonal.